Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on any time you get to watch this or listen to the audio. You're welcome to our special interview session. Of course, we try to have this every Thursday as much as we can in this Telegram community. Thank you for being here. We have 984 members in this group. Wow, wow. And tonight is going to be the bomb because we have with us, we're going to be interviewing today our doctor in the house. He's no other person than Dr. Ile. He's a medical consultant, a medical practitioner. He is an experienced doctor that trains other people, other doctors in the medical field. So you're not talking to just somebody that just finished medical school and then is trying to find something to put on his table. No, that's not what the person you're going to be listening to this evening. So, of course, Doctor came into our team some 4 months ago through one of our amazing team members, Oge Passion. I can see her on the call. And it's been an amazing opportunity to have a medical doctor in the team, to work with him. It's been a huge support for the team. It's been a wealth of knowledge for every one of us as a team. He's actually one of our facilitators in our Zoom calls. You can see how amazing it is. So this evening, we're going to be having an interview with Doctor, and he's going to be telling us a bit about his background. Then we'll take it from there and start to talk about his journey into Revoobit. So Dr. T, like we call him, can we meet you, Doctor? Can we meet you? Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm my amiable coach, Coach Joyous, a very wonderful friend and partner. I must confess that I'm blessed to know you. One of the very few good things that happened to me last year. Thanks to Coach Oge, through whom I have joined this wonderful project. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, great members of Go Getter Squad. Good evening, my team members, the Miira-cell Medical Squad, and every other person online. Yes. I'm Dr. Igba Tehile, already said. I'm a medical doctor practicing. I'm a physician in training. Currently, I work with the Benue State University Teaching Hospital. I specialize in internal medicine. Okay. And the area of medicine that deals with internal diseases, such as strokes, diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, kidney problems, cardiovascular problems, and the rest of them. So that's my specialty. That's where I work. So it's not strange that when this product came to me, I embraced it wholeheartedly. Okay. I must confess that it was not easy initially for me to get into this, and the reason is not far-fetched. Okay, because of my training as an orthodox practitioner in medicine, it was not easy for me to just swap over to complementary and alternative medicine, which is poorly developed and highly unappreciated in this part of the world. Okay, but as we move along the line, I'm sure I'll be unfolding some of the details, how I came in, and then how I've been part of this amazing project for the past 4 months. Really, It has been a wonderful time, I must confess. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So can we get a bit about how did you come about becoming a distributor of Revoobit International?
Well, my very good friend, Coach Oge Passion, I met her a couple of months ago. We're doing a project together, a program on radio where I used to talk about different conditions, medical conditions, and she was also part of the facilitators of that program. So we got to discuss a couple of medical conditions. So one of these days after the program, she now called me aside and told me that she had a product that was going to help my patients. So, sorry, I have a cough, so don't mind me. So,
sorry about that.
It was interesting. So the attitude was funny, and the way she placed it then, that she had a cure for stroke. So I said, cure for stroke? How possible is that? And she said, well, she does. And then she mentioned something about glaucoma. So we laughed at her, and in fact, I was not willing to listen to her. So I left. And she didn't give up, and she came again and again. So I decided that, okay, let me just hear what she has to say. So I gave her a listening ear. I was still not convinced. part of the reasons why I was not convinced was because I was bothered that even if the product was going to give any results, I was looking at the cost. Okay, so eventually she agreed that, well, let's have a deal. The deal was that she's going to give me samples of this product. Let me use on my patients at no cost.
Wow.
So we said, okay, deal. So I took 12 sachets of the product and I distributed to about 3 or 4 patients and I left. So that was the game changer for the whole issue. Days later, those patients started calling me that they needed that product that I brought to them. I said, well, why do you want the product? I helped them. I gave it to a patient that had a diabetic foot. Okay, one of the complications of diabetes. I gave it to a patient that had a liver problem. And then there's somebody else that had a stroke. Yes, a stroke. So incidentally, 3 of them called me back that they wanted the product. So as at that time, I didn't even have it with me. So I had to collect from Oge, give to the patient, and then make a refund to her. So eventually, the demands kept coming, and that was how I signed up. Okay, I picked interest, and I needed to go and read up about the product. So I got a box of the product. I now looked at the ingredients, and I started studying them individually. So it became clearer to me why most of the patients that were using the product were getting results. So that was how I signed up for the product, and that was how my journey began with Revoobit and Miira-cell particularly. And that was the origin of the name Dr. Miira-cell. So I'm glad that we have been doing amazingly well with the product, I must confess.
Wow, amazing. So it's amazing that she gave you just 12 sachets and you shared the sachets among 3 clients, 3 of your patients, which should be about maybe 4 sachets. 4 sachets.
Yes, 4 per patient.
Came back asking you to give them that product that you gave them.
Yes.
Wow. And as a smart doctor that you are, you said, come, water cannot be passing my eye. And I'm looking at you. I said,
well, I told him, I told okay, that is not possible for me to be collecting product from her to be giving to my patients. Sorry, please. Yeah, so the best thing was for me to join. So that was how I signed up. Okay. And within a few days, I was able to sell close to 5-6 boxes. Okay, and it was interesting. So I said, no, I was not going to miss this opportunity. Okay. In fact, it was so bad at that particular time that I didn't even have enough money to sign up for a bronze pack. I had just pushed my money into one other project. Okay. So I didn't even have enough funds. So I said, well, I was going to start with a box. I just took the box. That very day I got the box. Somebody collected the box from me. So I became empty-handed again. So I had to collect from her. So I said, look, I can't continue like this. So what am I going to do? I couldn't wait for the end of the month to get salary because I needed money desperately to do this. So I said, well, I saw the prospects in the opportunity. So I said I was going to get some money. So I took a loan. Okay. I think Oge was, I think she was aware. I took a loan. Okay. I took a loan of 500,000 naira. And then I got a gold package. That's what I did. So I got 20 boxes. And that was what I did. In less than 2 weeks, I had exhausted the 20 boxes. I recorded my money. So that was how the whole thing started. And that's where we are today. So so I have 3 gold accounts. And then I have a lot of other accounts signed up under me. That was how the whole thing started.
Dr. T! Okay, now let me quickly say something. It started with 28,000 naira because at that point in time, doctors were on strike. For those of us in Nigeria, we were on strike. Salaries were not paid. Money was not coming. Of course, patients were not really coming to the hospital because they were on strike. So how will he get money? It started with 28,000. And he had to go get a loan. We don't teach you to go get a loan, no, please. But because he's a medical doctor and he saw the high demand that people were coming to him to get this product, he took that route. Please, we're not telling all of you to go and take that route. Please, don't go and do pass your power.
Of course, the business is individualized. I always tell people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know your strengths in the business and your weaknesses. So you explore the part that you think benefits you more. So when I look at the prospects in the business, I knew by all standards that I was going to recover that money in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, it was obvious to me. I didn't need any. It was a no-brainer. Okay, so I said, well, I was not going to wait until the month end because that would have been far. Because patients were calling me, and I had to be retrieving products from OG to be given to them, and I was not comfortable anymore with that.
Yeah.
So that was how I now took that route and then got the money. And before you could know, I paid off the money, and whatever I was using to do the business was just the interest up to today.
Wow. So can you tell us, please, like how many boxes in a month do you sell in this product? How many boxes?
Roughly, let me do a week because I think it is easier to do that a week. Yes, roughly on average, I will say 7 because some weeks I sell as high as 12. Yes, some weeks I sell as high as 12, and but the least I've ever sold a week is around 4 boxes. So if you want to take an average of the boxes I sell per week, it's around 7. So if you do that by 4 weeks, you get 28 boxes or thereabout. But I sell I sell most of the time far more than 28, over 30, 35. Sometimes I can get to 40. Yes, but I just want to stay around the average.
Wow, and this is aside
because in total, I was just trying to do the math this afternoon because I knew I was going to come on this program. So I've discovered I've sold roughly 153 boxes
in 4 months.
In 4 months, yes. So if you want to break that down, that should be roughly 40-something boxes in a month.
Wow!
Because I was trying to do the calculation this afternoon. So that's what I was able to read. That is for retail. Those that are retail, not those that are people that are signing up or getting the products.
Wow! And it's not. You just said something that you sell. That is personal sales. But I remember in your intro, you were greeting your team. You call your team medical squad or something like that.
Yes.
So that means you're also building the network. Are you building the network also?
Of course I do. I have a team. I have a great team. I have mostly most of the people under my team. So I have different set of people. Yes. I actually have 2 sets of teams. Okay, the first group is a general group for everybody, patients alike, and even those that want to do the business. Then I have another group, which is the medical squad, strictly for health professionals. I have nurses, doctors, and pharmacists that are working with me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then some other persons, most of whom distribute these products to their patients. Okay, so most of the time we interact. As they have cases, as they need come, with my experience, I tell them what to do. Okay, so most of the time they pick the product for themselves. But there are a large chunk of the people that are actually patients that are strictly using the product for themselves. So those ones, I put them into a separate group. And if any of them wants to try the business part of it, it's fine. Okay, but most of them, they just do the product, they will purchase a product to use for their health. So those are the 2 groups that I have, particularly that I'm working with.
So it's interesting to know that you have other teams of health practitioners who are also using our products to help their patients in the hospital. At the end of the day,
I'm sure most of them are even on this call.
Yeah, sure. I can see some of them saying "Smart Doctor." They're already hailing you. So, do you have a box of Miira-cell Plus around you? Do you have a box of Miira-cell Plus close to you?
It's in my room. I will have to go to pick it. It's not here on the table with me.
Don't worry, I have it. This is Miira-cell. This is the box our doctor is using to help his patients. Other medical professionals are also using to help their patients. Now, the question I wanted to ask is: you said you've done this for 4 months. In 4 months, can you tell us some of the testimonies you have recorded? 4 months from using this product.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I will try to summarize. I hope I can summarize. I have loads of testimonies to give. Yeah. Okay. Let me start with the one that was most amazing to me. Cancer of the breast. That was my star patient when I started this business. Because eventually it was giving me money, so I called it a business. Okay. So I got this patient. What I normally do was that I've seen a lot of testimonies before starting to use the product, but I want my personal testimonies. That's why if you notice at the point I was trying to use my personal testimonies for my presentations because they were more direct and personal for me. So I wanted to get patients that would do this. So I got my first patient that had cancer of the breast was a 47-year-old woman, yeah, who had cancer, in fact, advanced cancer, what we call metastatic lung disease, cancer of the breast that has metastasized, means that spread to the lung. So she developed a chronic cough, and she initially had a lump in the breast that was supposedly removed. But for some reason, probably the surgery wasn't done properly, or the thing had left beyond that side where it was removed and gone to the lung. So she now developed a chronic cough and was even being treated for tuberculosis. Eventually, some doctor somewhere did an X-ray and suggested that, look, this looks like a cancer of the breast. So she should go ahead and do a histology. Histology means they collect a sample or a tissue from the breast and analyze it under the microscope or other apparatus. So it was confirmed that she had cancer of the breast, first stage 4 at that point. That was where I met her. Now, at the point I met this woman, she was so bad that she had resigned to her fate because she was very, very, very sick, chronically coughing, acutely ill. So bad that for 3 weeks she was bedridden. Okay, she was in her room, moving from, in fact, to move from the bed to the restroom was an issue. So the children had to just put her on Pampers. Those that don't know what Pampers means, it's you know what this Pampers that children use. Yes. Good. So we have adult Pampers too. For adults that have issues with movement, you put them in the Pampers. So they pee on the Pampers, they wee in the Pampers, you remove it just like you do for a child. So that was the stage this woman was when a colleague challenged me. This is my Miira-cell I'm always talking about. Oh yeah, maybe I should come and show myself. So I had no experience with cancers. So sorry, it was really a challenging time for me. But I said, well, let's start from somewhere. So I approached her and I spoke with her. It was not easy to convince her because she had used so many other stuff. So by the time I came, she was just looking at me. But I told her that, look, she should just try it. Okay, she should just try it. Even if it's a box, let her try the box. If she doesn't get good result, then we quit. So eventually I convinced her, she started. And that was how the story changed. 6 days into the course, because she was taking morning and evening. So 6 days into the course of the treatment or the product, the son called me. Okay, that this woman that could not move herself to the toilet, that was on purpose, was now quarreling everybody in the house. She could move everywhere in the house, and it became a cause of concern because nobody was resting in the house again. But I was excited. I said, that is a good news. He said, yes, it's good news for him, but that is the other side of the news that is now a problem. I said, well, for me, it's not an issue. Let her continue the product. So if you get a box of the product, it's 24 sachets, and if you are using it twice a day, that is for 12 days. So by day 11, I got a call. It was on a Sunday morning. I got a call very early in the morning from the son. No, from the woman herself. She took my number from the son and called me. Like she wanted to come and sign up. Because I told her that she would need to use enough boxes for the product. And if she wanted to get from me at the retail price of 30,000 naira, it would cost her. So I wanted her to use it enough so that I can also see the results. So I asked her that if she was convinced she should sign up so that she can get a distributor price. So that was how she signed up that morning, the bronze package, and that was how the story started. In fact, through this woman, I now have 3 other cancer patients, cancer of the breast, that I'm managing alongside with her. Because it's like they have a club? I don't know, they have a group. Yeah, it's where they try to encourage themselves and the rest. So she shared the news with some of the people and they got interested. Now, but because her condition was very advanced and being a medical doctor, understanding the implications of some of those things, I said, look, it will not be fair for me to allow her to just use the product alone because the disease was far. So it will be better if she combines with any of the other treatment modalities, and she went for chemotherapy. Now, the good thing about the product is that if anybody has ever had chemotherapy before, you understand what I'm talking about. A lot of side effects from chemotherapy. In fact, for some patients, the side effects become even more daring and dangerous to them than even the sickness they were going through.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the challenge I had with her because she had a relative that had chemotherapy before, and the experience was terrible. So when I was suggesting to her to do a chemotherapy, it was not easy. But I persisted because I understood the implications of not taking the chemotherapy. So eventually, also part of why I was insisting was because I wanted to see whether the Miira-cell will play any role on the side effects of the chemotherapy on her. So eventually she started chemotherapy and she was doing very well. In fact, she had about 3 courses of chemotherapy without any side effect. Okay. Yes, it was when she started the 4th course of the chemotherapy that, by that 4th time, she had used a lot of the chemotherapy. So some of the effects started showing. Her hair started falling off. Okay. But they were not as bad. All the vomiting and all the other things that people would report, she didn't have them. What was obvious with her was that her hair fell off from the head. Okay, apart from that, she's doing very well. In fact, even last week, she got a product for herself. So that is a testimony that was so close to my heart. And like I said before, I have 3 other cancer patients of the breast that I'm managing. I had a case of cancer of the lung, but the patient refused to start the product until it was quite very late. By the time it became obvious to them that he was going to die, they reluctantly dragged me into it. Before he could use up to 6 days, she passed on. So I didn't want to blame that on me because obviously it was not my fault or it's the fault of the product. Okay, but I have cancer of the breast, great testimonies that I'm managing and are doing very, very well. Wow. Okay, stroke is a normal thing. Stroke is for us now it's pure water. So I don't even pride myself talking about stroke when it comes to Miira-cell, because it does magic. Okay, the first personal experience I had with stroke was one of those people that Oge gave me samples to give to. Okay, that was how the patient picked up someone that had not been able to use a limb for a long time. Because I understand as a medical doctor that once you have a stroke that has caused you that level of disability, it's difficult to regain function. Okay, so I was actually amused. I was taken aback when I saw a stroke patient making recovery when they use this product. I said, this is not possible. Yes, I had said it's not possible. How can this happen? Because I understood how it worked and how this patient got to this point. So what was happening? Okay, so when I started reading, I discovered that far away Asia, India, and other parts of the world, people have actually developed products, natural products that have helped stroke patients. Yes. And one of the most vital ingredients that was those products was ashwagandha, which was in this Miira-cell. Yes. And that was when I now understood exactly what was happening. Okay, so since then it has been, for me, a roller coaster with stroke patients. Okay, especially those that have ischemic strokes. Okay, particularly those that have ischemic strokes. It's very, very, very perfect with them. So for us, I have uncountable numbers of stroke patients. In fact, please pardon me, I caught a cold this afternoon. Most of the people that most of my downlines that are using the products, repurchasing the products, is for their relatives that have stroke. A good number of them. Okay, they repurchase almost every other month. Arthritis is the same thing. I have a couple of patients that have arthritis. A good number of them that have been in and out of hospitals. And the thing with arthritis is that it's a chronic medical inflammatory condition. So it has to do with this body responding to some form of inflammation. Okay, it's an autoimmune reaction where the body's own, permit me to use some medical terms, the body's own antibodies, okay, react with the antigens. So it's a self-reaction in the body. It's like the Nigerian military now attacking Nigerian citizens due to some unspecific reasons. So even in the medical field, in orthodox medicine, what we do for such people is that we place them on some form of steroids, okay, to suppress those inflammatory response, and then analgesics. But once the effects of those products or those medications wane off, those sicknesses come back, those symptoms come back. Okay, so even in the hospital, if anybody tells you that's going to cure your arthritis for you, it's just deceiving you. What we do for you to just manage them, most of those chronic medical conditions, is palliative care. Just like someone that has heart failure, has diabetes, okay, it's palliative care, stroke. There is really no cure for them. So what this product does for you is that it supplies your body the necessary micronutrients, because like we all know, the cell is the basic unit of life. Okay, and the body is made up of trillions of cells. Okay, and sicknesses start at the level of the cell. So once a cell has an injury, 2 or 3 cells, millions of cells are damaged. That particular tissue that is made by that cells or organ has a problem. Okay, and these cells do not just come up. They are made up of micronutrients. There are nutrients in the body that produce elements. You can call them minerals that come together to form this. And that is what the product does for you. So Miira-cell is basically a supplement, let me put it this way, made up of natural herbs, extracts from herbs and natural fruits. So they supply the body nutrients, micronutrients that the cells need for nourishment to function. So that's basically what we'll do here. So once you take these products, those nutrients that are deficient in your body, that is making your cells to fall sick, those nutrients are available. The body accesses those nutrients, uses them to synthesize whatever it needs. So your body gets back to work. So you don't even need to be receiving all those many medications that you are receiving, which of course are poisons in some forms. Okay, so that is just what happens. So a lot of testimonies, I have testimonies on diabetes, I have testimonies with arthritis, I have testimonies in people that have elderly people that have non-specific symptoms. Okay, there are some people that will manage for some non-specific symptoms.
Yes.
They just tell you that I feel one thing moving from my head to this side, from my back. You know, some very terrible symptoms that patients tell you, and you are asking yourself, what is this one talking about? I just push them on Miira-cell. The next day, they come and they start speaking grammar. Doctor, this and that. I just looking at them, I'm laughing. You understand? So that is how it happens. So how will such patients not come back to get more? Something you have been going in and out of hospital for the past 2-3 years, spending monies. You now get something that is 30,000 naira. The next 2-3 weeks, you are free. I mean, you must come back. There's no two ways about it.
Okay. Wow. Sorry, doctor.
Thank you.
I don't if I leave you to go on with your testimonies. We're not going
There
to
are a
leave
lot
yet.
of testimonies. A lot of
We're not going to
testimonies. I'm
leave
talking
yet.
hypertension, chronic kidney diseases, peptic ulcers. Of course, I have peptic ulcer myself, so I use the product and I know how it has helped me. Okay, I've used it on people that have irregular menses. Okay, painful menstruation. I've given those testimonies before in the group. You remember them. People that have fractures, that have used this product, it has really helped them to recover, healing of the fracture. People that have erectile dysfunction. In fact, I have a lady that bought the product. She didn't even buy it because of erectile dysfunction. She bought it because she had some, I think it was, irregular menstruation. So she decided to be using it with her husband. So when I now got to her to ask for feedback, the woman didn't even tell me about her problem. She said, doctor, the first feedback I want to give you is that my husband is fire in the other room. In fact, I didn't know when I busted into laughter. I said, come on, sister. It is not, I'm asking you something about your head. That is the one I had. He said, it's the one that is on his mind that is telling me now.
Of course.
Please pardon me. You know, and yes, many of my male patients, especially those that have diabetes, you know, part of the complications of diabetes is erectile dysfunction. Diabetes has a wide range of complications, a wide range of complications. Okay, one of the complications is erectile dysfunction. And most diabetics that are on this medication, that reported some form, in fact, a significant improvement with their libido. Okay, so I was able to research and I discovered what is causing all that one too. Okay, so basically, my advice to everybody that is using this product or marketing is that take out your time. You see, the more knowledge you have about what you are marketing or what you are giving out, the better for you. I have had doctors challenge me. In fact, some people have even questioned me that I'm putting my license at risk. I laugh at them because they are in ignorance. They are ignorant because I have taken my time to study this. I understand what I've read every product that is here. And I know that there's no product here that is going to cause my patient any harm.
Yes.
So what am I risking my license for? Nobody will come and
bringing solution
die
to your people.
Nobody will die because he used this product. So what is the risk here I'm taking? There's no risk. In fact, I'm helping people. So for those that want to know or want to understand, that have understood that fact, and many doctors are working with me, many nurses, many pharmacists are working with me. Those that hitherto are run away are coming to join me now. Okay, because they have seen that actually the product is making waves. And the good thing about this product is that I always tell people, see, I told them that on my medical group, my team, I said, look, whether you guys market this product or not, the product will not refuse to work because it's not a doctor that sold it to me. No. Whoever give the product to you, you use it, it works. The only benefit to have as medical practitioners is that, yes, people have some level of trust in us.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first clients I met, he told me he is a diabetic patient, that the sister-in-law had recommended this product to him, that the sister-in-law is in Port Harcourt. He didn't even listen to her. But because me, I'm the one telling him about the product, he's going to try it. That man has bought more than 15 boxes of the product in less than 4 months.
Wow.
In fact, 2 days ago, he came and collected 4 boxes.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 for himself, that he was going to send one to his daughter somewhere, and then one to one of his friends. So that's the only advantage that we have as health practitioners. But trust me, once you use this product and it works for you, you don't need to go and look for a doctor. You will go and use it. So whether you want to market it or not as a doctor, be there. Okay, that drag me into this. It's okay, doctor. So is she not selling the product? So the earlier we as health workers embrace this, because for me, this is an extra income that is for us. Any other person that is doing this business is just stealing our job. Now in our territory. Yes, like it's our territory. Yes, like you are just stealing our job. Because this is directly in my territory. So any health personnel that refuses to work with this company is on his own. He's not doing himself any good. That's the truth of the matter. Because I know what I've got from this company in these 4 months. Okay, I know what I've got. So anybody that is busy wasting his time is on his own.
Okay, doctor. Now you said the part I want to go to. You just said you know what you have made within 4 months. Can you not tell us? What I know you don't like talking about the money. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it.
How? You want me to be? You want to come and kidnap? You want to come and kidnap me?
No. I know you don't like that aspect. But can you just give us like a tip?
Don't worry. I'm going to discuss it. A tip of it. There's no problem. Okay. I was trying to, because I knew I was coming on the show, so I was trying to put my figures together this afternoon. Okay. Yes, because I needed to have something that is averagely accurate. Okay. So all I was calculating is around 3.6, 3.7 million naira. Okay, for the past 4 months.
Wow.
Okay, that was what I was able to calculate, because I discovered that one of my accounts that just ran has roughly about 2,500 and something points. My 2 other accounts put together have almost another 2,500 points.
Dollars, you mean?
Okay. Yes. I mean, okay, dollars. Don't mind me, dollars. Then I've disposed, as at the last time I calculated, roughly 150 boxes.
Wow.
So when you put that figure together as retail price, it's roughly 3.6, 3.7 million naira. And yes, I can account for it, because I also looked around my expenditures and some of the things I've done. I think it's true. I think that was what I was able to get. So you can see, that is my salary, almost 2 years of my salary, if not more, in 4 months' time. Wow. You know, so why will I not talk about the product? Why will I not give it out to people? It's going to help them, and I'm going to benefit from it. So what's the big deal? But like you already know, I don't like talking about the money.
Yes.
Because I know the money will come once the product goes out.
Yeah.
So, but when you start talking about the money, somebody may feel that is the part that interests you more. But for me, no. Yes. It's the benefit that people are getting that is my joy. But why they are getting that benefit, I'm also getting my money. And I think that's why it's a health and wealth a company or product.
I don't know about you, but I love talking about the money. You know why? I'm giving value to people. And I'm giving value to people, the money must naturally come. Okay, so you have heard from, sorry, Dr. T, we have heard from you. Can you give your final words of advice to that person who is listening here, who is still skeptical, who is probably thinking that, is this product good, is this product not good, should I try it, shouldn't I try it? Can you give your final words of advice to them? And
Revoobit products.
Sorry, yes, I want to ask 2 questions in one. That's somebody out there who is still skeptical. skeptical. I sure the products will help me. What's your advice? Because I know that as a medical person, and even us, we advise people that using our product does not take away the need for medical attention. It's very important we say that.
Yes.
It's very, very important. But what's your advice for that person who's like, are you sure this thing will really work? Are you sure it's worth it? And then what's your advice for that distributor who is still sleeping on the business? 2 questions in one. Thank you.
You see, what I want to say is this. Revoobit products are very good. Very, very wonderful, particularly Miira-cell Plus. Okay, this is the one that I've used most. It's the one that I've used most, and that's the one I can really vouch for. I've had 1 or 2 patients that have tried the weight loss, the Miira-cell. Okay, but the one that I'm very conversant with is what I'm going to talk about. Okay, I've seen a lot of testimonies on Miira-cell. The Miira-cell is very fantastic. It is. There is no way you use Miira-cell Plus and you will not get a testimony. It's not possible. In fact, many people have given me testimonies that they did not plan to. When they came to me, they complained they came to me. When they started using Miira-cell Plus, they got other responses that, in fact, they even valued more than those complaints that they brought to me. So you use the product for one complaint, it gives you results for many other complaints that you didn't even bother to talk about. And it's simple. Why is it like that? Because it's a stem cell product. Because it works directly on the cell. And the cells are distributed throughout every part of your body. So it doesn't discriminate that, okay, because you are taking me for a breast problem, I will not go to kidney. No, it will do. And once it gets there, it will work. So my advice is for anybody that is skeptical using this product, a trial will convince you. There's nobody that has used this product that has not come back. Personally, I've signed up 47 persons in this business. Okay, one of my accounts has 21. The other one has 16. The other one has 10. And out of these 47 persons that I've signed, more than half of them, in fact, more than 2/3 of them, are my direct patients. And they signed up because they used the product and they liked it and they wanted to continue using it. So there's nobody that has used Miira-cell from me and didn't come back to get. In fact, some will go, they say the money, they will go and 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they will call me. Where am I? That they have got money, they want to come and get it. So please, if there's anybody that is skeptical about this product, try it. Yes, even in orthodox medicine, we don't always get the results that we intend initially with most sicknesses. Many of you here can testify to that. You gone to hospital the first time, doctor saw you, gave you medications. You didn't get well, you came back. He still saw you, reviewed you, and gave you medications again. Some even 2-3 times. So you can't say because you have just used one sachet or one box of Miira-cell, you didn't get what you were trying to. You run away. No. Use it for some time. People's system respond differently. Somebody might use this just for 2, 3, 4 days and it's fine. He sees powerful responses. So please, I have compared this. I've taken my time to compare this with the orthodox medicine I practice. And I discovered that it's very, 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 very useful. In fact, it is the way the future of medicine is going. So anyone that wants to discard complementary and alternative medicine is wasting his time. So please, if you are a patient here, if you are a client here, and somebody recommends this product to you, or you are a doctor in the house, or you are a health worker in the house, with your full chest, go and read about this product.
Yes.
Read about the product. When you do that, you now understand what it is. And then convince yourself to get people to use the product. You will be shocked at the testimonies. That's why when somebody calls me and says, talk to this doctor for me, I said, there's no need. Because the few doctors I've tried talking to, most of them don't even want to understand what I'm saying. So I just tell them to use the Oge Passion strategy. Give them some products. Simple. Give them sample. Let them just go and try. So once they try the samples, watch out for the response. Yes, some people may use it and complain and may not come because of some financial crisis. But a good number of them will come back for the product. And once they start looking at the product, the person that you gave, he has to trace you to get the product from you. There's no 2 ways. For those that are sleeping on the business, wake up, my friend. Wake up. If you are sleeping, you are wasting your time. I always tell my team members, I tell my team members that, look, the more you talk to people about this product, the more you will get them to use the product. If you close your mouth, they will not know about it. So I don't waste. In fact, if you come to my consulting room, I keep like 4 or 5 boxes of a Miira-cell on my table. So I don't even talk to a patient. The patient sees it and asks, "What is this, doctor?" Then I now start telling you about it. So there's nobody that enters my consulting room and goes out and doesn't know about Miira-cell. I know the way they package this product. It enters your eye. You
Yes.
cannot help but see it. So you can imagine that when I stack 4 or 6 of this thing on my table, who are you that will enter and will not see it? And if you see it, why will you not be tempted? In fact, some don't even know when they carry it. Then I start asking me. And that is the secret. So when I wake up one day and you see me, one night, you see 5 sign-ups. You're asking me, doctor, how did it happen? That is how it happens. There's no other way about it.
Intentionality, that's the word.
Yes, so you keep it there. Make sure they see it. If you enter my car, you always see Miira-cell in my car. So if by chance I give you a lift, you are in trouble. You will see the Miira-cell in my car. And you will carry it and you will see it. You will ask me what it is. So anywhere around me, and I'm sitting here now, if I just step into my bedroom, in fact, if not that my this is not here, you will see it with me. Everybody in my house knows about Miira-cell. My mom carries it everywhere she goes. So it's to us. That is the only way. So if you are doing the business and you are hiding it in your cupboard, you are wasting your time. But you must know that strategies have to be individualized. You must, if the fact that you are a doctor doesn't mean you must follow my strategy hook, line, and sinker. Develop yours. That's what I did. When I started the business, what did I do? Luckily for me, it was during a strike period. So I had all the time I needed. So I made sure that I followed the presentations day in, day out. I took my time to make sure that I understood the compensation plan. Because when we started offline seminars, I had to be teaching people. So I understood every nook and cranny of what it meant. So I sat down one day, took 3 hours, analyzed very well, and I said, where is my strength in this business? Where am I going to hammer the money in this business? And I discovered that my strength was not going to be in trying to recruit people, business-minded networkers who develop it. I may not see themselves. Where would I even go and see them? I don't have that network. But I have a clientele. I have patients, thousands of patients that will need the product. So I just knew that, look, guy, your energy, your strong point here is your patients. So I knew that I was going to be able to retail this product very well. So all my attention was focused more on getting the products to retail. As simple as that. In fact, sometimes I had to, most of the people that are in my medical squad, some of them were helping me because they saw the benefits some of the patients were having. So they decided that they were going to be talking to patients for the products. But they themselves, some of them didn't claim that they didn't have money to register. So to encourage them, what I would do for them, I said, okay, let me sign you up. But you have to get the market for the product. And I'll give it to you at distributor price. So I sign you up. And I have never signed anybody less than bronze. It was intentional. Okay, so it's a strategy that I developed. Because for each bronze account I sign, I know what I get. A bronze account, I'm on gold. So when I sign a bronze account, I get 14,000. I also get $10 pairing bonus. That makes it 16,000, isn't it? So for each bronze account I sign up, I get 16,000. And I have an extra pack because, yes, and I have an extra box of the product. So if you give me money for a startup product box, I add up my money and sign you on the bronze. I give you one box, I keep the second box. So I get 16,000, I still get 10,000 from the extra box I said. So it was intentional that I made sure that nobody came in through me on less than bronze. So all the people that were willing to help me market the product but claimed that they didn't have money to sign up, I opened free accounts for them. I signed them up. I said, go and get the market. When you come with the market, I give you the product at distributor price. You sell, I keep your profit. Give me back my distributor capital. So you have to look for a way. I don't know what is the one that will help for you, that will help you do your business. But you have to know what is going to help you do the business well. Know the strength in your, and for you to do
Wow.
that, you must understand. You must understand the compensation plan. So that is how I developed my strategy, and it's been working for me marvelously well. So
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
don't really
doctor.
bother. I don't really bother much. I don't really bother much because I have like 5 people in my team that are working. Okay, in total, I have 99, all in total, I have 99 people in my team right now. 47 of those people directly signed by me. The remaining 50
Wow.
something are brought in by the other 5 people that are working under me. So even though I have just 5 persons that are actively reproducing or duplicating under me, that are doing well, okay, but the chunk of my resources are coming from the people that I have that are repurchasing and getting the products.
Wow.
So that is how the
Thank you,
business has
doctor.
been moving for me.
Thank you, doctor. I don't want this interview to be too long. Thank you. I know if I leave you, I'm going to go on and on and on and on. I don't want to be too long. So thank you. Somebody
You're
said
welcome.
something. Somebody just highlighted one of the things you said. She said, know your strong points and do what works for you. Okay. So of course, doctor has shared his experience. He shared his experience, wealth of knowledge with us, and his strategies and all that. That doesn't mean every one of us jumps out of this call and will take it to the client and thinker. Everybody know your strength, know what works for you. I don't have a network of doctors. I have a network of network marketers, entrepreneurs.
Beautiful.
And
Mhm.
these people bring in doctors. You see the idea? So know what works for you. Naturally, I use Facebook for my business. Doctor does more offline. So
Yes.
do what works for you. One shoe size does not fit all. You need to know what works for you and do what works for you. So thank you, doctor. That's the presentation this evening. This is a Miira-cell plus that doctor is using. He is actually, in short, he loves Miira-cell plus. And of course, we have a second product called Miira-core for weight loss. So Miira-cell is the stem cell that is for your total health and wellness. It's not just for treating health issues, though. It's preventive. It's also for maintenance of your health. It prevents you from falling sick for some particular ailments, which is very important. Product actually prevents you from developing cancer. That's one of the things this product does. So you can use it even if you say, "Oh, I'm healthy." Okay. Now we have our second product, Miira-core. This is for your weight loss, for those who want to lose weight. Of course, obesity is another health issue on its own. So you need to trim down and cut off excess fat, excess weight for your body. And then we have our newest baby, Miira-Tiara. Doctor, you're going to
Tiara.
like this. You're going to like it because
Look,
it's very good for
this
chemotherapy
af-
patients. It's very
this
good.
afternoon, I just posted Tiara has arrived. I've not even got I've not even got the boxes that you sent to. People have started
Yes.
asking me, how far? When am I getting it? I said, see, Mr. Trouble. Tiara, where I never see. Tiara, where I
So,
never see.
so this is our
So
skincare drink.
I'm sure I'm going to have good business with this one. Because I have a lot of
Yes.
patients that have acne, pimples, eczema. You know, I have a couple of them. So when they saw the pictures, they were excited.
I've used it for 3 days. 3 days.
Yes.
Haven't you observed that my glow is a bit different now?
You have been glowing, so it will be difficult for me to see.
Okay, so this is our skincare drink, Miira-Tiara. And of course, we have our coffee. If you're a coffee lover in the house, we have our coffee coming in pretty soon. And our coffee has black seed. Please go and Google the health benefit of black seed. You will know that coffee is going to be palm. Okay, so that's our interview for this evening. Dr. T, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking
Thank
time
you
out
very
of your
much.
busy schedule. I know
Sorry,
you're very
guys.
busy.
This evening, this afternoon, I don't know I just started catching a cold. You people should not
It's
get another beg.
common for those in the medical field because you meet different kinds of people, different kinds of patients, with their
Yeah,
different health conditions. Sometimes doctors are even the one at risk more than us because they meet
that's true.
different kinds of people every day. And thank God you have your Miira-cell plus with you. Of
Yep,
course, you'll be
yep,
fine
yep.
before tomorrow. I trust that fine before tomorrow. Okay, so that's the presentation tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule because I know your schedule is very, very busy. Thank you
Yep.
for giving us your time. We
Thank you
appreciate
very much,
you.
Coach.
And
Thank you,
we
everyone.
say more success to you, Doctor. More
Thank you.
success,
Thank
more
you.
growth, more increase. Thank you. That's
All
our
right.
interview this evening. So, of course, if you caught it live, thank you. If you didn't, we're going to send a recording for you to watch. And of course, I'm going to try to get the audios out so that you can listen to the audio on WhatsApp because we can't share the videos on WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Good night. No, let me take questions. Let me take some interactive session. Okay.